Getting through mean times. Understand what and whose game you're in, and remember who you are and whose you are. This is a podcast from Subversive Preacher, also found in a contemplative video from the same. My name is Cameron Miller. These are mean times, at least in the United States and under this administration. They are all about power and control, and they aim to increase the one to assert the other. Do not be fooled by the chaos. It is intended part of a strategy of distraction and usurpation. It is a lawless, narcissistic organization operating in the image and with the methodology of a lawless and narcissistic man. So let's be clear about the game we are in: power. It is about power and how to get it back from Donald Trump and those who gave it to him. Now, I want to be clear as well. I am not an expert in the process of gaining or retaking political power. There are others out there who are community organizers, political operatives, subversive organizations, even social psychologists. I'm not one of those. I'm a writer and a preacher, and a companion with those who are likewise teetering through this in-between time. I can offer you something about getting through mean times without losing your soul or even your mind. And that's what this is about today. Getting through mean times. It's not simple. You and I both know that it isn't. But sometimes a simple, pithy set of bullet points is more helpful than a thick theological or academic drone that goes on and on and on and on. I've learned from my newspaper column, Denim Spirit, that 500 words can actually be a very generous room in which to move. So here goes. 1, don't be stupid. 2, do not succumb to fear. 3, be loving. 4, don't go it alone. Now, don't be stupid, by which I mean to not try to get martyred. Somehow Christianity has never really dealt with the fact that Paul sought to be martyred, literally went out of his way to make sure it happened. That was not Jesus' advice. Jesus said, and I love this so much, listen, I'm sending you out like sheep among wolves. So be as clever as snakes and as innocent as doves. That's from Matthew 10:16. We wrongly assume, because we were taught it this way, that Jesus aimed for Rome like some kamikaze pilot. But that's a story for another time. So If you are surrounded by fascists or people who knowingly or unknowingly supported their ascendancy to power, don't yell fire. Rather, look for allies who might be there, even if only allies on one issue. Also, look for vulnerabilities to exploit: emotional, economic, social, rational, relational. Find soft spots to plant a seed. Be strategic. Be subversive. 2, don't succumb to fear. Now, please notice, I didn't say don't be afraid. We should be afraid. Terrible things are happening to lovely people who have done nothing wrong except come to this country to find a better life and contribute to all of our lives. And hatreds are being codified by some parts of the legal system and ignored by others. You don't need a litany of awful stuff taking place all around us. You know about that already. There's fear percolating inside, and sometimes it's being voiced by us outside. Such fear is rational, but act in spite of it. Try not to think of everything all at once that's wrong, and so overwhelm yourself into a kind of deer in the headlights. As Obama said, we have to toughen up. Be afraid, but act in spite of it. The wisdom here is true in all circumstances. Notice what the fear is in response to, and then go about doing stuff that addresses it. Action inflates our sense of power, while fear deflates us and makes us feel powerless. We're not powerless. We can take actions, even small actions done consistently and collectively. Do something. Keep going forward, one foot at a time, holding hands as you do. Thank you for sharing in this Subversive Preacher post. I want to take a break in the action to invite you to explore this renovated website that preserves much of the former elements you may have found helpful, like sermons and Denham Spirit. To that, it also adds contemplative videos and podcasts. If you know somebody who might also appreciate the content found here and might feel supported by knowing there are others who are exploring the same things as you and I are, please don't keep this a secret. Share, invite, and welcome them into the community. Thank you. And now, back to the post. Three, be loving. As you do stuff, be loving. Now, that doesn't mean be a patsy. Remember, loving is a verb. It's an action. It's powerful. To be loving is to use our power to make things better. Or as Jesus said, to bring about the kingdom on earth as it is in heaven. To be loving has almost nothing to do with the feeling of sweetness, giddiness, warm tummy goobiness. To be loving is to take action that promises to create a better world, or advocacy for people and organizations that are building that better world. To be loving is gritty, it's strenuous, it's hard-ass even. To overcome fear, we must do something. And the something we must do is to participate in an act of love that builds, creates, protects, or overcomes. And that brings me to number 4. Don't go it alone. Do what you do with your community. Even if they don't want to do all the things that you do, or go as far in the effort as you would want to go, be with them as leaven, but also allow them to be leaven within you. You see, God created the cosmos to the tune of interdependence. It all works together, even the explosive destructive parts. Earth itself is one giant ecosystem, and we know that an injury to one part is a wound on the whole. We have demonstrated that over and over and over again, and yet we seem not to learn it well. When we go it alone, unlike Rooster Cogburn in True Grit or Lone Ranger, we get flattened into insignificance. We're made to be part of something bigger than ourselves. And that's how and when we are the most effective at being a part of something that is much bigger than us. So there you have it, an easy 4-step practice for traversing this mean time that we're in. It isn't exhaustive, just a start to help keep away the boogeyman trinity of resignation, cynicism, or powerlessness. Don't be stupid. Don't succumb to fear. Be loving. Don't go it alone. I hope that this has been helpful, and I hope you will come back and continue to be part of this online community. But even more than that,